What's up, everyone? It's Justin, also known as Big Red.
Welcome to our new series.
And we wouldn't be here without the support of our amazing Patreon community.
An insane community to talk tabletop, board games, TCGs, and the above.
Come check out the link in our bio.
If you guys want more ways to support us or just love what we do, we really appreciate you guys joining up and checking out the Patreon.
Welcome, Buckhead. Is my bucket in my head or my head in my bucket?
Dude, Head in the Bucket episode 2. It's a little ASMR over there. We our podcast series, but it's the first episode that we've recorded in the studio.
Stewie.
We have our studio.
Feels like a real podcast now.
It feels like a real.
How long has it been?
So we started the studio builds. We announced on Patreon the studio build, I believe, late November.
Was it? No.
It was late November. It was right before December started.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have said first week of December.
I would say I was gonna say the week before December started. Because I remember it was my dad's birthday the first week of December, and I don't think we started then. I think we started before that, but since then, and then we actually built this thing. We built this out really quick.
Yeah. Like it was like a 1 month, one and some change turnaround.
I mean, we built the walls in less than a few weeks. Leo and I were in here so for a lot of people, context don't know, we had to clear this entire space out. It was like a junk-filled space, and we had to clear this entire thing out, and then bring everything in, repaint the walls, clean the entire space, do everything, and then build the walls.
We painted 2 sets of walls because we painted the building's walls, and then we also painted the studio walls that you can see. The set walls, I should say.
This is true.
That you can see on cam here.
And then to our Lord and Savior Facebook Marketplace is where we found a lot of our...
Home Depot and Facebook Marketplace is where we did it all from, dude.
Bucketheads don't have soft hands, brother. We got the real hands. We build here, brother.
Yeah, we were built. It was funny to have like Aiden come over and help build with us, which was really fun.
Yeah.
We built the whole thing. The idea for it was like a lot of game shows have like man caves, and
We're the opposite.
We're a
boy room.
We're boy, the boy cave.
we have a boy tunnel. Yeah, we
No Diddy.
no Diddy, no Diddy. We
Crazy.
a lot of game shows have a man cave, and we decided that if we're gonna throw a bunch of random
It
stuff,
sounds worse.
We're not.
How many times?
instead of throwing a bunch of random stuff on the wall, maybe we should give it a little bit of a purpose.
Adolescent purpose.
And then coming from like an art design background, I thought like, okay, we're mainly in Star Wars. We play board games and TCG and tabletop stuff. So we're literally just little kids, like nostalgic little kids.
Yeah.
So what would be a really like area to build like a nostalgic thing? A lot of people don't know this is a set. This is not a real room. This is like we're completely on the opposite side of this camera, completely open to a complete space.
Yeah.
This is all built walls.
There's 3 walls to this.
well,
to
sides.
this-
3 sides.
I guess there's more parts to the wall, but yeah, three straight walls.
20
but-
planks and 3 slide and 6
Yeah.
walls and
Yeah.
And yeah,
It was I wanted to build. I pitched the idea of doing a kids room, a 90s nostalgic kids room. So everything in here is like should be quote unquote accurately sourced. Like there's an iMac
98 straight out of 98.
straight out 1998,
Hooks up. Real
which
good.
it works, which it 100% works.
It does.
We're doing some testing to get this to match hertz for the cameras,
Do my
and we
taxes on
have
that.
different backgrounds that are animating like a 16-bit Buckethead spinning in space and like just different stuff. We have this. We have just a bunch of like accurate wall stuff. Plus,
You got the waterfall raining on the.
plus also shout out to our dude. We got a Brazilian team, bro.
Bro.
We have a Brazilian bonk team because we have Leo, our Brazilian 3D animator,
Sitting behind the cam.
sitting behind him, and then we also have Igor, who actually is a friend of Leo, who designed
Little posters.
these posters. This is our faces and our thing of these
Yeah.
like, classic
They look
90s
so good, dude.
posters.
When they first came in,
What's your favorite one?
my favorite, it's got to be the Star Wars one 'cause I'm front and center.
It's nice, dude. Star Wars is nice.
My personal opinion, I like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Buckets.
Yeah.
Just because it says Teenage Mutant Ninja Buckets. Like, I
TMND.
feel like that's such a
My hair
wild
looks good in
phrase.
I might like that one if I was in it.
Dude, Jake Sully's in every
Jake
single
Sully.
one.
Jake Sully's the star of the show.
Context for that is Leo got misinformation of what Jake's last name was, and so in the credits of most of the posters, it says Jake Sully instead of Jake's actual last name, which is so funny.
We're so
Yeah,
That's crazy.
So
Ghost Buckets is pretty
we
good.
got to work on the Monsters Inc. When we
Yeah.
graduate to the 2000s, we'll work on the Monsters Inc.
Leo,
one with little
that'd be
Jake and
funny.
Sully.
Leo, are you front and center on Ghost Buckets?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
I told him
fair.
not to put me in there. I told Igor he already started drawing it. I told him I didn't want to be in that one, and we can put it in someone else.
That's
but-
okay. Like Ghost Bucket or Ghostbusters, a whole bunch of nerds in it. Like you kind of fit that.
The rest of the fodder is just like accurate '90s comics and stuff like that that we really like.
It's
and,
all ads out of 90s
Yeah, it
comic
looks
books.
so good.
And the rest of the space is accurate to the time.
N64,
N64 in the background,
Yes.
which does work and we will use.
the VHS tapes, I think are a really sick touch.
Yep. And the biggest thing too is that if you
Now it's over you. No, you can't.
Yeah, I guess no. It's good.
It's a
if
Giant waterfall of sewage just comes through.
comes to the
There's some
studio.
serious vibes.
Let us know if you feel tripped. Yeah.
If you don't know, there's also what's really cool to the set is if you watch Open Fire. Actually, this will come out before season 3 of Open Fire comes out. If you watch season 3 of Open Fire and you watch more content within the studio, you'll notice that fake window behind us and all these lights in the studio are actually toned to what stylistic we want to give. So it's like right now we're giving it's nighttime.
It's giving
Does it-
nighttime.
Does
It's
it feel like
giving
nighttime in
nighttime.
here? Hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully.
It feels dark. Like it
Yeah.
feels like darker than before. Honestly, that light
Hopefully it comes
while
off-
we shot the episode, that light actually did kind of feel like it was daytime.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Did it feel
Yeah,
weird
yeah,
looking at it?
did,
Yeah.
for sure.
So
You really feel like you're within it. Yeah. It's the
Yeah.
illusion.
and then little Grogu back here is like tucked in with little Chewbacca.
Those eyelids, can you close them?
I can't close the eyelids now. What will happen in future episodes
Give
is
them a
really
little-
sick.
Goggles?
Oh,
No,
like a little
night-
sleep
yeah,
mask.
sleep
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun.
What will be really cool in future episodes that we don't have up and running just yet is that we set up that insanely huge and expensive projector, and in future episodes we'll start, or future content we'll just start projection mapping, which is super sick. Which means that like Leo can go onto this and like map out directly one of those lasers or the lightsaber that Britton's holding in the Darth Vader,
Illuminated.
and then it can illuminate it and
That's
make
cool.
it glow and move and like things like that. He can do anything. It's really crazy. So-
That lightsaber isn't even a real lightsaber. It's a
What is
it's a plastic lightsaber
yeah, it has
drawn
lines in
in.
it. Like it's a plastic
Oh.
lightsaber.
It's drawn. It's a retractable lightsaber.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I wonder if like anybody would buy those. Should we sell those?
I
You tell
think it'd
us
be-
in the
yeah.
comments.
Be
I think
cool.
it's in the
I feel like I feel
Yeah.
like there's so much detail. Igor, you were right. It is so much crazy detail in all of these posters. It kind of made a shame, like just in the background.
Yeah.
Like only we can appreciate these. Like, I'm probably the only ones that will appreciate.
No, I mean, dude, like the
Oh,
detail
they're
on them
awesome.
are insane. They're so nuts. Igor did a fantastic job.
If you want to buy those,
I want one for sure.
Yeah.
I also want one in my home. Keeping up on the trend of Brazilian team, we have Giovanna that we just added to the
Newest
editing
editor.
post-production team.
bonk.
Bonk,
Oh, I just
bonk.
bumped my mic.
Okay.
And we're gonna have to cut and bring that right back.
Giovanna Fong.
Bonk, 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 bonk.
bonk.
We she is a pivotal part of the editing team that she's just getting started, which means that in post production we're gonna be slamming content, slamming a bunch of stuff. So
Mhm.
I feel like 2025 is the year of being an actual YouTube channel for us.
Mhm.
We are,
Let's make it real, baby. That's
Make
the
it
goal.
real.
Let's make it real.
especially we a lot of money went into the studio. So
It did. It did. And yeah, and a lot of that, because this is coming out before the video that we just filmed, like a big thank you to our Patreons. And but like a lot of that's because of our Patreons that helped us really
Yeah, gave us this stuff.
Yeah, it gave us a big-
supported us.
gave us a big cushion to like buy a lot of this furniture and
Yeah.
stuff for the studio.
yeah, it was. We said it in the episode, but it was like it's super crazy that as such a small channel that we are, we had so much support for
Mhm.
something like this and an endeavor like this, and so it's really cool. I feel like we do a lot for, or we try to do a lot for the community. Like we push a lot for like our local game nights and the things that we do for the community. So
Yeah, we built a
Seeing
great.
seeing them like
group.
give back to us just gave us confidence. To be like, yeah, like we need to push more. 'Cause
yeah,
that's
we need to do more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And doing something like this has been
Yeah.
so pivotal because I mean, like having a space like this, as much as we love common ground games, as our partner,
Mhm.
filming in there once a month, twice a month, if even,
Yeah.
was super difficult to navigate. They were losing opportunities on room rentals because we're occupying a room for like 12 hours plus a day. Like,
Yeah, they love that we're getting out of their hair.
Oh,
honestly.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And so we loved them so much, but it was such a good position for us to find a space that we were allowed to like
Yeah.
just do our thing
what we need to
when we
do.
want to do it, whenever we want to
Dude.
do it, and still bring the love to common grounds, but not
Mhm.
and having to occupy space and like doing all this stuff. That was
Well, because we were literally loading out for every time we'd go in there and film, it would be like a multiple hour load in, maybe 1 to 2 hour load in,
Yeah.
1 to 2 hour tear down.
Set
And
up.
every single time that we did this,
Mhm.
you know, Charlie's such a G. Like a lot of times he would be there with us, like, you know, to lock us out as we're,
Mhm.
you know, struggling to get out of there before they close.
We're literally like pulling our
Um,
pants up and like
Yeah,
Yeah,
literally,
yeah,
yeah.
running out with everything,
Yeah.
jump, just
Yeah.
throwing things outside and then whipping the car up and putting it all up.
I remember that.
And we'd be in that parking lot picking everything up till 3 in the morning every time we did that. So having everything set up here, dude, it's like,
Like,
oh my
permanently,
gosh,
it's
yes,
so
it's so
nice.
nice.
well. That's the crazy thing is like a lot of people don't know we'd come in before opening store opens,
Mhm.
and then we'd leave and still
after it
be in
closed,
the back
yeah.
loading stuff up after.
we
the
wouldn't
store
even have
closed.
stuff packed up in our car. We just threw everything outside.
Yeah,
They-
well,
and they
'cause,
locked the
we'd always,
doors.
like
Yeah.
stop filming 30 minutes before the store
Yeah.
closed. So
Yeah.
we're like, we gotta go.
We spent another hour loading into the car. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
It was
The
a super
days.
G when Ryan came in. And like he got a taste of that, and he was like at the end of it, he's like, how do y'all do this?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, bro, it's a lot.
And at that time, we had done we did like 7 episodes. More than that, because we didn't even release some of the episodes that we
Yeah.
filmed in there. So yeah, we were in there for a while, but it's really nice to have this now. But Common Grounds, we're still gonna be doing some stuff with them. They're gonna give us hopefully some board games for our board game series. We'll play some of their games.
Yeah, that's a big thing that's coming out on the channel soon, and like things that we're working on is like we're doing board game series. We're really excited to see what that is. We want to bring entertainment to board games, which is like super exciting to do, and I think like even tossing the idea around to some people, it's been like we think this is going to be pretty pivotal to the board game space because it's not really a review. We're not really breaking down what the game does. There is bits to it that you should learn from it, but we're bringing entertainment to it. So confessionals and cut-ins and high quality stuff like
fun.
the fun, just really trying to
Yeah.
bring as much fun to board games and entertainment to board games as possible because we love board
Oh,
games
yeah.
a lot.
I've never
It's-
played more board games than I have meeting y'all. Which is great. Like I love board games, but ever since like we like started hanging out a lot more.
You playing a lot now?
Dude, I like
More.
that's all I want to do. Like if I was just a group of people, I'm like board games. If you don't play with me, get out.
Oh, yeah. They're fun. They're so
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Like it's just such an enjoyable time. So I guess we'll leave this. Our first series for board games, breaking it down, they're not going to be longer than 30-minute episodes. If it's a 2-hour, 3-hour board game, we'll put it and release it in parts. And the first episode is going to be Nemesis,
Oh,
which we as a group
I could play that for hours.
we have played
yeah,
that for hours.
yeah, many middle of the night sessions on Nemesis.
I wish
so.
we had like a never-ending game with Nemesis.
That'd be
A
crazy.
never ending.
yeah.
That sounds scary. That's a nightmare.
I want off that
Honestly,
ship as soon as
piloting
I'm on it, baby. I'm
Yeah.
running for the exit. Give me in the escape pod.
I'm piloting it all day, baby.
So we just got. I only sent a picture of the queen to y'all today.
Oh,
but
yeah.
we just got a Nemesis set painted by an artist
Gotta
out in
see
Fort
it.
Worth
That's
named
so
Claw.
cool.
So that was huge. It was actually a straight hookup. We didn't even pay for it. So
I want to see. You gotta send the rest of the
I did donate
pictures.
Warhammer though. I donated a bunch of Warhammer
Okay.
stuff
Okay.
too. They're a big Warhammer group, and that's how they do their painting is for Warhammer. So they painted our Nemesis set, and it's spicy. I sent the picture of the queen. It's got like the green goo coming off of it.
I want to see the.
It's
I
gonna
wanna
look
see
nice.
the characters and all that.
You know, actually, that's the one thing I didn't pull out and look at. So
Oh,
I
the
looked at all the
characters.
aliens. I didn't even think to look at the characters.
well, I mean,
The
like,
most
that-
pivotal part.
Yeah. No, I was like, "Where's the queen? Give
The
me the
queen.
but all the characters have like their color schemes on the card, right?
Yeah.
So they follow it based off that. So it'd be kind of like Max's, where like the captain's like blue.
Yeah,
or
Max
something.
painted all his.
Yeah, his
too.
are his are color wash. So like, I think it's like they're all one color, right? Like the
Well, no,
there's like a
they're
red
not all
captain.
one color. He did a really impeccable job.
Yeah,
on this, to be
he
honest
like
with you.
detailed it, but like when you see the captain, like he has blue armor on, so he
Yeah.
painted the figurine blue.
Yeah.
Which is
Mm.
not to shit on Max's painting, but Max is not a professional painter. You literally took yours to
Well,
a professional minifigure.
We can use the best of both pieces, right? Like if if a guy from Max's set looks nice, let's pull it in. and-
Yeah, Max cooked a little bit on his
Yeah.
painting.
Yeah, he does.
He did that, I like his
Homemade.
painting
We'll
a
use it.
lot.
We can use the larva from his or
Yeah,
whatever looks the best. We'll just use the best miniatures.
fucking pumped for Nemesis. I think that game is unreal.
Yeah.
And that one's gonna be a long one too. We're gonna have to
Yeah,
strap in
crazy.
for that.
It could be fast. You
That's
never
also
know.
true. Yeah,
Yeah.
We did play a 45-minute game. The first time we ever played it was like a 45-minute
Well, the
game.
only time it was
Yeah.
like a 5-hour game was when we made it as a 6-player game.
when it's not supposed to be 6-player.
Yeah,
It's true. It's true.
That was
But I don't know if that like really enabled it to be 5 hours. Like that was a really long game. We were just kind of like dicking around most of that game.
Oh, dude, I won the game. Who was it? Was it me and you? No, who was partnered with me?
It
I
wasn't
like,
me.
I threw the Molotov down and killed your alien and got an escape pod, and
That's
then
crazy.
someone else got an escape pod and like saw that he had infected. And I'm like, you suck, but I don't.
Yeah, I love that game so much.
It's so good.
I'm pumped for Nemesis. Something that we've also kind of gotten into, which has been a little bit of obsession for the group. This dude got us into it.
Hooked.
Hooked.
First hit's free, man.
First hits free is One Piece. One Piece
so
is
good.
gas, bro.
The One Piece card game.
So good.
I wanna try the 2v2 mode.
Oh, we should.
I don't. 1v1's already too
The-
stressful on my
The
brain.
2v2, we have to do the 2v2
Yeah.
on the channel. We have to. It's like a must.
One Piece is really
I'll
fun.
call smoke.
So
over.
good.
Honestly, like the mechanic of the game is so good and so enjoyable, and it makes me feel like
No, it's not.
I'm really like it makes me feel like I'm like fighting someone. Like you're really trying to like figure this shit out. Like,
Every
you're, like,
deck I played against, I just get swapped because Jake plays one card to defeat my 5 cards.
Well,
I
Jake's
play
running-
5 cards, and then he plays one card to defeat the rest of my 5
Jake's
cards.
running proxies. He'll throw the blank card down. He'll be like 12,000. This
One
is what this
proxy.
defeats that unit, and that
I
unit.
ran one proxy.
Does that to my new ass.
One
he's
proxy.
a proxy.
So you
player.
gotta
He's
get you a dub. We gotta get you a dub, Julian. And
I don't think it's happening.
Yeah.
Dex, you play too. You're the first person I played. You dropped double Luffy, and I'm like,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
your purple Luffy starter.
I played
is
nice.
So annoying.
I
bro.
got Big Mom Pirates for you though, dude.
I need to play Big Mama.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it Big Mama
I
or
went
Big
to.
Mama?
It's Big
Mom.
Big Mom
Oh, I thought it
Pirates.
was Mama.
It's a
Mom.
yellow
I've been
deck.
calling it Big Mamas.
It's a yellow deck, and so in that one, it's like it works off the triggers that you like get when you pull out a card from your life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a new concept. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like for those who don't know, like One Piece is like reverse Pokemon. Like instead of like gaining a card when you hit when you hit somebody and knock out their Pokemon, you gain a card. But in this,
Oh.
it's you draw a card when you get hit.
Dude, having a little One Piece tourney or something on the channel would be fun.
Dude, I'm scared of that shit. I know that like One Piece players are the
Oh, we'll
only
get
player.
railed.
We talk about this all the time. One Piece
Oh,
players. Anytime we play, like I play at locals or I play like Showdown or PQ or anything like that for Star Wars, it's like literally you always know it's a One Piece player
Yeah.
when they have to fold it out mat. It's like
Yep.
I need to
mat
see
that
this.
folds
Yeah.
here. They fold in here and then it's like a fabric mat. It's not even like a mat with stitching on the side or something. It's just a fabric mat and they're like drawing cards so methodically. You're like, dude, I'm about to get taken out. One Piece people are so hard, bro.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
want to
dude.
play at a local ever.
We're gonna go do sealed.
Yeah.
in
Good
Plano.
luck. Good
Yeah.
luck. Good luck to y'all.
It's gonna be fun.
You got a whole Don Flamingo starter.
I
amped up starter
literally
deck.
only plan to play that deck with y'all. Like I have no intentions of going and it. Like,
That's really that's the most I want to play is just
Yeah.
with the group for sure.
But you're going to a tournament.
But we gotta go play a tournament, dude.
It's
Go try
sealed.
it out.
True,
It's
true.
yeah, I don't want to try.
You get the
any of that.
buggy promo cards or something? Is that
No.
where they get them? No.
I don't know where that comes
But it's
from.
bring your own leader to this draft. So like,
Whoa,
and,
really?
yeah, that's what's
Okay,
crazy.
draft?
Yeah,
and-
you can
and
play
most-
anybody.
In most drafts, like in Star Wars draft, there's a leader in every pack. In One Piece, it's not like
Isn't
that.
One Piece expensive? Then?
I
so
mean,
I'm
the
like-
card packs set
Not
one's
really.
expensive, but
Okay,
I mean,
yeah. so
normal
let's
packs are
see.
$6.
They're $6.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought they were all like ranging like $10 a pack because everybody's
Well,
getting.
it depends.
I just think
Set
the art
one
in that
is-
game is
Yeah.
Crazy.
so good. That art in the game is so crazy.
Yeah.
Except for the event cards, dude. These event cards are like such a drastic
No,
difference
I
from.
think
dude,
all the art in the game
dude,
is
the
so
event cards are
insane.
so.
Yeah, they
wacky.
did like the set for them for some of the
Mhm.
events where they did like alt arts of them, and they're like some of the best looking cards.
The alt arts.
Yeah,
Oh, I
can see
hate
how
that
events,
yellow
like,
border that they have on the
yeah.
normal cards,
Yeah.
dude.
They don't hold a candle up to like all the other cool
Yeah.
arts, like the character arts.
Characters are crazy,
Yeah.
dude.
I think that game just looks phenomenal.
We're gonna go try that draft out. Bring your own leader. So I'm gonna bring all the leaders I have, which is
I'm
like
gonna
3 of
bring,
them.
Oh.
Afra.
Afra, Star Wars leader.
Well, that's a
Bring
good
it
transition. Let's wrap up this about talking a little about Star Wars. I think some exciting news. We may or may not had a designer of the game and a creator of Twin Suns in this
Dang.
exact same spot that you're sitting in. The exact same spot that you're sitting
Really?
in. Playing
Should I
some
get out
Twin
any
Suns.
facial characteristics? Should I give them away?
You already have one. Just a way less version of it. No, I don't want to spoil the name, but he's a super amazing guy. It was super awesome. He was in the Dallas area for Dallas PQ. He used to grow up in Dallas.
You wouldn't know this designer. He goes to a different school.
He goes to a different game. But he no, dude, it was phenomenal. It was absolutely amazing having him here. It was so cool. We grilled him with as many questions, and he hit him with a, no, I can't say that. I can't tell you what happens here. So he was amazing. He was a super amazing guy. We just kind of played some Twin Suns, and it was super fun. Y'all three weren't here for that. But it was super awesome. It was the same time that also Jeff from Outmaneuver came into town, and that was really cool. We all kind of sat down. And we also had the Garbage Roller guys here. So if you're in the Star Wars Unlimited community, kind of know some of these content creator names. These guys were in town, and Garbage Rollers were in town from Fort Worth, and so we all kind of just had fun after the PQ. But yeah, man, like we talked about some really insane stuff, and I feel like the state of the game right now, maybe competitively, is interesting. And it's probably really fun because the meta is so diverse in the game. Also, Twin Suns is so good right now. And I like literally the game is growing like crazy right now. And I feel like Twin Suns is getting even crazier right now.
Yeah.
But
each new set, I feel like, just really adds to another tone of Twin Suns. Like when you play competitive, it's kind of like you have it that works really, really well, and then the new set comes out and like it just kind of bolsters what's working really, really well. But with Twin Suns, it's like, remember set 1 playing Twin Suns? Like it's its own thing. Grand Inquisitor combo. Yeah, it's pretty baseline. Set 2 comes out, then you're just like, now you're dealing with bounties.
So much bounty and capture.
And capturing is just completely. Set 3 comes out, scrap it all. Now you're doing tokens. It's like set 4 coming out.
Now set 4. From what I know, from what we've talked about, this designer, also some other designers, set 4 is supposed to change the game. Completely change the game. Yep. Set 5 is also supposed to completely change the game again. And then set 6 is something for a little bit for everyone here. And that makes me so excited because set 4 piloting is released. And having a full space meta or like a meta deck that can be full space, or even having a Twin Suns deck that could be like super dominated by space.
80 space cards.
Yeah, it's like it's actually possible. You know what I mean? Like I was telling the designer that the only time that we ever had someone build a full space deck at Tuesday Night Twin Suns was when we did Anarchy Night, and we tested the whole like villainy heroism, and he built a deck that was capable of just being full space because it was
so mean.
So you had an extra aspect because Anarchy we did where you could pair a hero leader with a villain leader, so you had all the blacks, you had all the whites,
100%
access in your
also
deck.
He said the idea was gas as fuck. So
it's such a fun variant of it because there's so many broken combos that
my God.
you don't think of because you can't play them.
Yeah,
normally.
Absolutely. So having a full space meta is super sick. And I think even just like competitively. And one of the things that I thought was like so interesting was that we had asked him, and it was specifically the guys from the Garbage Rollers that had asked him, what is a sense of confidence that you can give us out of piloting, right? Like piloting we've gotten pretty pivotal mechanics in this game, right? Like exploit, and the addition of tokens. Most
Smuggle's pretty big.
Smuggle is huge.
Yeah, Smuggle is big.
Most TCGs, when they add the additions of tokens to the game, it really does define the trend, like what the game is going to be for a TCG. And a lot of it didn't change the game in a way that we all thought it would, right? It like certain things are really good and crazy and broken, but it didn't like literally just reshape the whole game, right?
Yeah.
From what we have gotten is that literally with piloting, it is supposed to shape the entire game to a completely different style of gameplay, and how it is very good. It is extremely good. So I'm extremely looking forward to that.
Well, not even that. We get a whole massive playmat for Twin Suns.
Yeah?
Which is
That product looks
bonkers,
juicy.
bro.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
And then tokens.
Also, I joked with him, and I said that they stole our idea for a playmat.
Yeah.
He goes, no. We had that idea for that game mat before the game even
Was released, yeah.
And we're like, okay, you won.
You win that one, I guess. Yeah, no, because but dude, it was, oh my gosh. We were literally DMing Kyle Petchok, who's one of the artists on Star Wars. Because I've worked with him in the past. We were literally talking about doing a play mat with him, flying him down when the play mat was made, having him do a reveal and play a game with us with this mat. And this is probably at the end of set 1 that we were probably talking about this. Maybe at the beginning of set 2. And I drew out on a piece of paper. Actually, I think I made a digital version too. Just like the 4-player playmat with just like a big planet,
Planet in the middle.
sketch in the middle, and was
the
like, you know,
ground units.
spaces out here. This is one big planet, and you know, decorate it with like Star Wars stuff on the planet or whatnot.
Yeah.
And then
And
you
then
know,
they release it.
we are
Yeah.
we were messaging him about that, and then it's like that's when we were talking about it early on. We were talking about it again at the end of this set when this picture got released at like Spiel. I think it was like Essen Spiel
Yeah,
that,
got leaked.
that this picture got leaked. That was the day I was texting him about it, and
He's
I
like,
was
"Alright,
like,
And he's like, oh, you mean this?
Good
yeah. I sent him a picture. I screenshot. I was like, well, it looks like this one's covered. So.
It's wild.
He's like, did that already, bro.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's the perfect mat, dude. I mean, it was exciting because it's like, okay, now we don't have to pay a bunch of money to get it
Hire
made.
a
We,
designer, and
we
then
can-
and then get it. Yeah,
we
yeah.
can get it either sent to us or at MSRP. Who knows? One or the other. I don't know, but we'll definitely have one in here. One
Yeah,
way or
it'll
another.
definitely be the new map for the studio.
100%.
Yeah, man, I think Star Wars is looking great. I'm having a lot of fun playing the game. I feel like the reveals of the game have been super great. Some of them have been okay, and I think they're really holding on. But then, like, even in the past couple days, I feel like we've gotten some stellar cards that I'm like super excited about playing.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about getting into, and Star Wars just feels great, man. Like I don't know. We did for your birthday. We did a
We did a Metazoo
Metazoo
shield
draft
of
for your
82
birthday.
packs.
82
boy.
pack seal.
And I didn't get through one game because y'all all said, fuck this. I don't want to play Twin Sons. And I was like, great.
Metazoo old before the new Metazoo.
OG Wilderness and UFO.
OG Wilderness, if
Yeah.
anyone knows that game, that stinky gold game, it
Pull trash.
was not anywhere near as enjoyable as playing. I feel like
Yeah.
something about playing Star Wars
It's so
recently has been,
convoluted,
like
dude.
crack, bro.
Yeah.
Like playing Star Wars and like even One Piece, like these way of mechanics of the game have felt so good. It felt so good, and like playing Metazoo felt really boring to me, honestly.
You think like
Yeah.
with all the wackiness of being like play this unit, say Ooga Booga and scratch your crack and it gets like +5 damage, like make the game more fun. But now it's just like it's so complicated. We're like,
Is it Valentine's Day? Can I fart this night?
like,
Is it nighttime outside? Yeah,
It's
I mean, like,
crazy.
there's some mechanics that are really fun, but I was whooping on Jake's ass, and we were so bored. I was just like, I'm gonna play lizard people, searching my deck, scry, and then I'm also gonna get this UFO bonus, and if I get this, I win.
You were just
Yeah.
shitting
he's
on it.
like-
while
man.
me
Like,
and
it's just-
Britton over here like, Boulder Smash, and I'm
John
like,
Henry.
"Oh."
John,
John
the John Henry deck. I had one John Henry. He's got a max of one card in your deck. I played that thing and Julian blew it up with some control shit immediately. It's like, fuck this.
Yeah, we didn't get through one game.
No, dude.
And
Well, it's
it-
1,000 life points, and
Yeah,
each unit's hitting for like
yeah.
20, dude.
it
What is
was-
this?
it was a control v control matchup, and you guys were basically like aggro or tempo against aggro, I
Yeah.
guess. So
Well, I'm like a combo deck. Like Alien is like super combo E, and Dark is like super. Like you have to do tricky shit to do a lot of damage, but you can do a lot of damage.
oh yeah, I thought you were dark.
So I was just like throwing down combos and like searching for shit. Well, then it's been so long since I've played a game where you're landlocked. You're like mana dry,
mm-hmm.
and
Like
so
pulling into shit.
so
Yeah.
I was like stuck on 3 resources the first
you
game. I was
serious?
stuck on like
Yeah.
3 aura. It's called in the game.
Aura.
I was like stuck in 3 aura, 3 mana. I was like stuck on 3 mana for the rest of the game.
I only have 3 aura, no Riz. I can't play my Riz card. I need 5 aura.
Dude, if Metazoo was around today, that's exactly what they'd be dropping,
I
dude.
was like, no skibbity. I pulled
Yeah,
no
thank,
Riz.
thank God that it got like defunct in the one era of like Skibbity Toilet. Like,
Well, it's coming back around.
coming
Richard
back.
Garfield
It
brought
is.
it back, bro.
yeah, Richard Garfield is
That's
gonna
gonna be
bring
his
it
little test child. Remember, like original origin of Magic? There's just a bunch of fuck off cards, like his marry card when he got married. And, like,
Oh really?
back. That's a single copy. That was never in the game.
But I was saying like they made a lot of cards, like even like the Timmy things like that. They made actual cards. Like
Really?
Magic makes funk cards.
The Post
sometimes.
Malone.
The Post
The
Malone.
Post Malone
Yeah.
card?
Yeah.
Yeah, they make funk
Post
cards,
Malone.
right? So I think Richard Garfield's new project with Metazoo is like, let me make as many fart-filled cards as
Is
possible.
this one still? He's a guy who just wants to fart. Like,
Metazoo is literally the IP to make fart cards.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
it's
guess-
gonna be his fart child.
He couldn't have made his own IP that had fart involved, so he's like, I need Metazoo.
He
Like,
saw
yeah,
that.
he's like-
Mad Gasser.
I guess
Yeah.
for
Mad
context,
Gasser.
there's a card in Metazoo that's called the Mad Gasser, and he
This
has like a
bro's
gas
favorite
mask.
deck,
It's an
dude.
electric. It's an electric card. It's yellow, and
electric.
it
It's a
says
card.
it says if you heard a fart during the game, it gets an attack buff.
So at the beginning of the game.
You gotta
When
start farting.
when Julian and I would originally play this at like 4 a.m. in my apartment with like just at 4 a.m. It was awful, bro. We would just say the most stupid shit. Like,
It's so dumb because all your cards had like the suburb bonus and the nighttime bonus, and then you'd be like,
He's metagaming your house.
Dude,
Separate.
I
Literally
built a dark
would.
deck that would secretly
It's like, what's in Julian's living room? That's what I'm gonna put in
No,
my
it's
deck.
hilarious. He'd be like, farted. Oh, it's suburbs and it's nighttime. Under to your face.
Easy access to beans.
He just starts putting up props in your house.
Well, that's part of it. Some of the props is like you need to see a skull.
Yeah, he's got
His
this planet.
His favorite was like the Fresno Stalker. It was literally said
Houston Batman.
if you're not wearing any pants, this card gets to attack the moment it's played. And every turn I'd be like, bruh. looky. I'm like, this guy.
I'll say this one thing because we don't need to talk about Metazoo that long. But there was we did not know how to play that game, and we would use the Discord as like we'd send screenshots of like, can this happen? People were like, what the fuck are you doing? So there's this card that's like an Earth, and it's like a blocker. And it's a Mother's Day card. If it's a Mother's Day, you're
talking about this.
If it's
invincible
it's
on Mother's
invincible,
Day.
basically. And so we would go by quote unquote competitive ruling, which says that you can choose like 5 or 10 props. And days are not supposed to be props, so we didn't know that. So he would play that. It was game over as soon as he played the card. He'd play the card and be like, it's Mother's Day! And so it's like, okay, well, I just lose. Or
How was that fun for you?
That was the only time I had fun.
What time
bull
I had?
crap
is
like
I would play a UFO deck like I did that night, and I would play Fleetwood Monster. And Fleetwood Monster, Flatwood Monster.
Fleetwood Mac.
Anyways, Flatwood Monster says that when you play it, you can say a type of
card
card.
and lock it out
And
for
lock it
just
out.
for the turn.
It's supposed to be just for the turn.
OP.
We thought, because the phrasing,
No,
it doesn't say
you
just for the turn.
thought.
We thought it said for the whole game.
So every 5 games in, Flatwood Monsters Beasties, I'm like,
I can't play any beasties for the rest of the game.
No
and
beasties.
I'm
You
like,
only have
how
beasties.
do
Or I would
I
say
kill
no playing mana.
No playing.
So I
You
went to the
can't play
Discord and I was
Aurora.
like, so my friend just played this card. I just can't play anything. How do I beat this? And they're like, you poor soul.
Y'all are
You
idiots.
poor soul. That's not how that works.
We felt like such dumb.
You are oralist
Get your
and maidenless.
You scoop no beasties.
No,
Um,
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
the time.
what a good game. I love those times.
Well,
What a good
hopefully
game
it comes
crap
back with
it
just
was.
as much craziness.
It was fun. It's not as fun playing it now
I
as
hope we
it
get
was back then.
Metazoo on the channel.
No, I hope not.
Metazoo, will you sponsor us?
Yeah.
and send
This
us a
video
press kit
gets
with a new
100 million, 100 views. We're doing Metazoo.
No, I do
Only
not.
half a game though.
I will not participate in Metazoo gaming.
If you want Metazoo gaming, comment Metazoo.
Where's our zoologist? Come on, yeah.
Like you get a bunch of people in the comments being like, okay, like is there a card that shows feet though? Like,
Oh my God.
Can you show your feet?
Is that in it?
No, that'd be crazy. There is a card that like makes you scream like
murder.
bloody murder to play the card. If you don't scream, you can't play the card.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good
Yeah.
idea.
I was working to be a metazoologist and I transferred
worked
my
hard.
talents to
Swoo.
SWOO, which is what are SWOO judges called?
Just Swoo judges.
Swooettes.
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 No, it's just Swoo judges.
I like something. What should be? There should be something cool.
It's the Swoo crew.
SWOO crew. Just branding. Boom.
It's the Swoo crew.
It's the Swoo crew. This is the Swoo crew. I think this is a good place to end it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Head in the bucket, brother. It's just a show that lets us do a little.
Let's just chat, you know.
Decompress. Let some parts out.
Yeah. Put the camera up while we chat and see where it goes.
Yep. But anyways, guys, we'll call it there. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate y'all. Love,
Peace.
kiss, kiss.
See you.
Bye.
You.